Today we will talk about top 10 wildest disasters in history. Natural disasters are devastating events that have the potential to cause huge amounts of damage and loss of life. Globally, around 60,000 people die each year as a result of disasters such as droughts, floods, earthquakes, and tsunamis, and a further 150 million people are impacted by these events, Live Science previously reported. Over the past decade, global natural disasters have accounted for 0.1% of total deaths, according to data from the University of Oxford. While the number of deaths from natural disasters has declined over the past century, these events continue to cause significant amounts of loss and damage. Here are top 10 wildest disasters in history. 1 to 1900 Great Galveston Storm. On September 8, 1900, a storm swept through Galveston, an island off the coast of Texas. At the time, Galveston was one of Texas's biggest port cities, but a hurricane with 140 miles per hour, 225 miles per hour, winds swept it off the map. It's estimated that 3,600 houses and 600 businesses were reduced to rubble across 1,900 acres, 770 hectares, according to the Texas Historical Foundation. Although it remains unclear exactly how many people perished during the hurricane. The final death toll was estimated to be between 6,000 and 8,000 people, 1/6 of the island's population, according to the foundation. 2 to 2008 Sichuan earthquake. In 2008, a deadly 7.9 magnitude earthquake hit several regions of south-central China. It caused multiple landslides and building collapse that killed almost 70,000 people across Sichuan province, according to the Asian Disaster Reduction Center. According to research published in the journal Landslides Hazards, Risks, and Disasters. The landslides created at least 828 makeshift dams across rivers and streams in the region, which caused widespread flooding. The situation was exacerbated by heavy rainfall before military personnel removed these accidental dams, according to NASA. 3 to 2019 and 2020 Australian wildfire. Between 2019 and 2020, Australia experienced some of the deadliest wildfires in recent history. The official death toll for the wildfires was 33, according to the Parliament of Australia. A further 445 people died from conditions related to smoke inhalation from the wildfires, and 4,000 people were admitted to hospital, according to the BBC. Between September 2019 and March 2020, 46 million acres, 19 million hectares, of forests in Southeast Australia were burnt, according to the Centre of Disaster Philanthropy. 4 to 2017 Hurricane Maria. On September 20, 2017, Puerto Rico was hit by the deadliest U.S.-based natural disaster in the last 100 years, according to NBC News. Hurricane Maria had the highest average rainfall of all 129 storms that have hit Puerto Rico in the past 60 years, according to the American Geophysical Union. The hurricane dropped around 41 inches, 104 centimeters, of rain onto the island, which caused devastating floods. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine estimated that the total death toll caused by Hurricane Maria was more than 4,600. 5 to 1815 Mount Tambora eruption. When the Mount Tambora volcano in Indonesia blew its top on April 10, 1815, it was the climax of the largest eruption in recorded history. It's estimated that 36 cubic miles, 150 cubic km, of exploded rock blasted into the atmosphere and could be seen from as far as 808 miles, 1,300 kilometers, away, according to NASA. The explosion expelled so much volcanic ash into Earth's atmosphere that it reduced the amount of sunlight reaching Earth's surface. 6 to 1986 Lake Nyos eruption. In 1986, lethal clouds of carbon dioxide, CO2, bubbled up from the depths of Lake Nyos in northwest Cameroon, and caused the deaths of almost 1,800 people and 3,000 livestock, according to the American Geophysical Union. Lake Nyos sits on top of a magma chamber, which leaks CO2 into the water above. In 1986, a sudden eruption of 1.6 million tons, approximately 1.5 million metric tons, of CO2 gas burst from the lake, in an event known as a limnic eruption. The gas cloud rolled down the surrounding hillsides and smothered neighboring villages, according to the University of Wisconsin. 7 to 1970 Huascaran avalanche. On May 31, 1970, a 7.9 magnitude earthquake caused one of Peru's deadliest landslides, according to the BBC. The quake emanated around 22 miles, 35 kilometers, from Mount Huascarán, Peru's highest mountain. The force of the earthquake caused massive landslides that buried surrounding towns, in particular Yungay and Ranraherca. It's estimated that cascading mountain ice and rocks sped down Huascarán at around 100 miles per hour, 160 miles per hour. Including a 772-ton, 700 metric tons boulder that crashed into Ranraherca, according to the BBC. 8 to 2005 Kashmir earthquake. An aerial survey of the city of Balakot after a massive earthquake in 2005. On October 8, 2005, Kashmir in Pakistan was hit by a 7.6 magnitude earthquake, according to the Earth Observatory of Singapore. Landslides caused by the earthquake buried several towns and villages, including Balakot and Muzaffarabad. Around 90% of all buildings in Balakot were demolished by the quake, according to the BBC. In total, it's estimated that 3 million homes were destroyed throughout Kashmir. More than 75,000 people were killed and a further 100,000 were injured, according to NASA. 9 to 2010 Haiti earthquake. On January 12, 2010, a magnitude 7.0 earthquake struck near the town of Léogâne, Haiti, just 16 miles, 25 kilometers, from Port-au-Prince, the nation's capital. Port-au-Prince was devastated, and at least 220,000 people died, according to the United Nations. Some estimates put the death toll at up to 316,000. Another 300,000 people were injured, and 1.5 million were left homeless. The quake happened in a region where the Caribbean plate rubs against the North American plate, making it prone to large temblors. The situation was made worse because the quake hit a populated area. 10 to 1839 Coringa cyclone. The wide aftermath of the 1839 Coringa cyclone that swept through the area on November 25, 1839. This illustration shows a wooden shipping dock completely destroyed with lots of workers picking up the pieces. In the background, there is a ship that is sinking. An 1839 cyclone changed Coringa in southern India forever. In the early 1800s, this city on the coast of Andhra Pradesh was a bustling port, according to the University of Rhode Island, URI, Graduate School of Oceanography's Hurricanes and Society website. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.